Hi guys, so I just got home and I wanted to make this quick video while the topic was still fresh on my mind. So I just got home and I went and looked at a home, well, kind of like my dream home in a way. So I just went with my realtor and we went to go look at it, and it is a very, very nice home. And I was thinking back on how I used to have so much resistance around the things that I've wanted. If you didn't know, I have a successful business and I also just got my dream car this year. So if you go back and look at the manifestation video on that, I think it's my first video on this specific channel. But yeah, I talk a lot about what I did to obtain that. But when I went into looking at this house today, I didn't have the resistance that I used to have when I looked at certain things that I wanted to appear in my reality, right? So I was thinking, what was the difference that made it to where I was able to allow myself to believe that I was worthy of the things that I really wanted? And I remember, it's more specifically, it was when I stopped looking at my manifestation or the things that I wanted as better than me. Now, I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about this, but I guess you could say it's the same thing as putting the thing on the pedestal. And you'll never really be able to have something that you truly want in your life, or you won't be able to hold it long term if you don't feel like you're worthy of it. And this we all know to be true, right? But if you always are looking at the thing as something that is better than you, you're never going to be able to get it because the goalpost is always going to keep moving, right? So I remember before I got my Range Rover, a year before that, I went to the Range Rover dealership and I dressed up really nicely. And I pretended like I already had it. And I would be so afraid before then to go and just go to the dealership and just test drive the car, right? Because I had so much resistance, because I would look at my car as something that's so out of my reach, when in reality it wasn't. It was my mindset and the person who I was then that did not feel worthy to be able to drive that car. And of course, we all know that those are things that we have to work on. But once I realized, when I went to go drive my car, well, test drive a Range Rover. So when I went to go drive the Range Rover, immediately as I was driving it, I felt the resistance kind of leaving my body. And then once you feel the resistance leaving your body, you just realize that it's a thing. It's just a thing. And your value, your intrinsic value, is way more than that thing. And so what I'm really talking about here is seeing yourself as the primary source of all of your happiness, regardless of whatever your life looks like right now. And of course, I'm sure there's some things that you may want to change in your reality, but you don't know necessarily how to allow those certain things to come into your life. And one of the reasons is because you're not looking at yourself as the source of happiness, regardless if you have the dream car now, regardless if you have the dream home. And what was so funny about today was I did the same thing. Like, I got dressed up and I dressed up really nice and I went to this open house. And all in all, I actually got some contacts that I never would have gotten. And I realized upon talking to my realtor that I've been working with that I'm not that far from my goal in getting in a house that looks just like how I want it to look. I'm gonna tell you this, guys, this house is beautiful. Like, it's so beautiful. And you guys know how expensive housing is right now. And especially here in Austin, Texas, that's where I live. Like, if you know, you know. But none of that matters. I'm not looking at any of that. I'm only looking at what I believe and I feel like I deserve, because that's just who I am. I program myself to feel like I deserve the best in everything that I get. So I want you guys to go have experiences. So go test drive your dream car. Do it 2 and 3 times till you just feel like it's a thing. Go to open houses if you know that you want to purchase a home one day. Just go to as many as you can. Get information. Get to know the realtors. Get to know the people that they work with as well. And you never know, like, because there's some things that I didn't know about purchasing a home or first time home buyers that makes the cost so low that here I am thinking $1 million home is like way up here, once again, making it better than me or putting it on a pedestal. Once I realized that, I was like, no, I could go look. It's just a thing. It's just a house. There's many houses. It's just a house. And once I put it down and I brought it down to level and put myself above it in a way of, regardless if I get this house or not, I'm still going to be happy. Regardless of if I get the car, the money, the job, the successful business, that does not determine my value. I get to determine my intrinsic value. All right. So all in all, you guys, go have these experiences, because that's going to help you take the thing that you want off the pedestal and do the things that you need to do to help you get yourself and get your self-esteem to where it is. And it also does build self-esteem when you go to these places, and no one has to know how much money you have in your account. No one knows like if you can really afford it or not. Like, no one is thinking anything but you. All right, so I hope this video helped you a little bit. Take the thing off the pedestal. And you guys, we're all about making decisions that you can live with on this channel, not ones that you have to feel like it's the right or wrong thing. You get to make a decision that you can live with. If you can't see yourself going to do the thing, then you're never going to do it. But if you decide, okay, I'm going to work towards doing this because I can't wake up 70 years old and realize that I never gave myself the opportunity to do it, then that will prompt you to do the change. So make a decision you can live with, and we'll talk soon. Bye.